Yeah. So what was the last concept we were doing? Some problems, right? We have to do example 41. What is the question? I'm not able to hear. Y is equal to x square plus 7. A soldier placed at 100. Y is equal to x square plus 7. 100. Y is equal to x square plus 7 is something like this. You know this, right? So this point is 0, 7. At point 3, 7. At point 3, 7. Yes, sir. There's a soldier at point 3. So 3, 7 should be somewhere over here. Wants to shoot down the helicopter when it is realistic. Okay. Find the nearest. Okay. Let's say this is the point at which the person is planning to shoot it. Okay. Now, how much will this distance be? So when distance is equal to root of x minus 3 the whole square plus y minus 7 the whole square. So this is the distance. So what is distance? When will this distance be least? But before that, x minus 3 the whole square plus y minus 7 the whole square. It is a function of two variables, x and y. So I can convert either of them in terms of other. So how do I do that? X square plus 7 minus 7 the whole square, cancel it. So this is equal to root of x minus 3 the whole square plus x power 2. So this is the distance. Okay. So this is the value of distance. So what is that? Call it as capital D. Then the derivative of capital D with respect to x is going to be how much? Do that and tell me. Did you understand how I framed the equation? Is there anyone who didn't understand that? Simple, I just took the distance for y is x square plus 7. No, substitute. What an answer. 2x 1 by 2. 1 by 2 root of x minus 3 the whole square plus x power 4 into 2 into x minus 3 plus 3 into x power 4. Sorry, 4 into x cube. Correct? Okay. So apart from that, everything is fine. This is the expression everybody got? Okay. Now see. 2 into x minus 3 plus 4x cube divided by 2 into root of x minus 3 the whole square plus x power 4. This will get cancelled 2 times. So this thing will be equal to how much? So this is 0. So 2x cube plus x minus 3 is equal to 0. Then what will be the answer? So 2x cube plus x minus 3. So you know this method of how to solve this cubic equation. So first you need to find the factor for it or find the root for it. So you go with trial and error basis. So when I substitute x is equal to 1, what am I getting here? So x is equal to 1 satisfies this equation. So after that, what you will do is you will put, there is something called as synthetic division method. I'm not sure if you have heard of it. Your lower grades would have learned. So once you find the root, right? So put it like this, like how you do for prime factorization. Put a 1 outside. Okay. Write the coefficients of all the values of x still constant in the decreasing order. So the coefficient of x cube is 2. The coefficient of x square is 0. The coefficient of x is 1 and the coefficient of constant is minus 2. Is that clear? So 1, if I put a 0 here, so you should always, listen, you should always start with a 0 here. Okay. And then add both. You should not subtract like normal division. When you add both, 2 plus 0 will give you a 2. Now, 1 multiplied with this 2, you should write it here. Again, add them. So when you add them, what are you going to get? 2. 1 multiply with this 2 and again take it here. 2. Again, add these 2, you will get a 3. 1 multiplied with this 3 and you put a 3 here, you will obviously get a 0 there because you have taken root of the equation. So basically, you did nothing. You actually divided this polynomial with this polynomial. You know this, right? So this is what you did. Then this says that the remainder is 0, but the quotient is this thing. So for the quotient, what you're supposed to do is, since the expression is x cube, okay, here write with 1 power less because the quotient starts with 1 power less only, no? So x square, put an x here and this will be constant and add them. So what we are trying to say is, when you divide 2x cube plus x minus 3 with x minus 1, the quotient comes out to be 2x square plus 2x plus 3 and the remainder comes out to be 0. Clear? Right? So if you want, you can check and see 2x square plus 2x plus 3 and the remainder comes out. Okay. Now, how do you write this expression as? This expression is x minus 1 into the quotient 2x square plus 2x plus 3 and this will be equal to 0. So x minus 1 and factorize this. So when you factorize 2x square plus 2x plus 3, what will you get? You will get nothing because look at the discriminant of it. What is the discriminant of this? So it is negative. So when the discriminant is negative, you can say it has imaginary roots. So x minus 1 multiplied with this value is always positive. Okay. So x minus 1 is equal to 0. So x will be equal to 1. When x is equal to 1, what will be the value of y? A. So when the, whatever this guy, right? This aircraft, whenever it is at a point of 1, comma 8, this soldier will start shooting. Is that the answer? 1, comma 8. Okay, 1, comma 8 is the distance. 1, comma 8 na distance will be root of 4 plus 1. Root 5 is the answer. Correct? But if you understand the context, this problem has some important things. What is the first thing? You need to know how to understand the distance and convert it to one variable, then differentiate. Did you guys understand the synthetic division method? If you're not comfortable with this, you know how to deal with polynomials itself. Okay, x is equal to 1, 1 is a root, or x minus 1 is a factor. I hope you know the difference between both. 1 is a root, means a solution, or x minus 1 is a factor. So when x minus 1 divides this thing, you get the quotient. So write it as x minus 1 into this thing. And had this also been able to solve, if we were able to solve this also, then you would have got 3 critical points. From those 3 critical points, you should have followed the second derivative. In the second derivative, whichever point gives you a value greater than 0, at that point, the distance would have been least. Are you able to understand? So is the theory helping you? Yes, which problem is this? Example number 41, right? So now we are ready to do the exercise problems. Is this the last one? Okay, let's do the exercise problems. I want you all to start solving. You have how many left? This is important. You will definitely get it without a doubt. So depending on the pattern of question paper, now the highest is only 4 marks. They can ask for 4 marks. Or if they go back to old pattern of 6 marks, they can ask for 4 marks. Change. That is why I'm saying be prepared for the worst. Can I rub this? Those who are online, any doubt, guys?
No, sir.
Those who are attending
No,
online,
sir.
any doubt? Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. So start solving the exercise problem. Do it fast. Each problem not more than 4 minutes. Right. Right here. Those who are online also, I want you to solve the problems simultaneously. So yeah, they're doing exercise problem, you also solve them. Okay. So start solving. First one is easy. What the answer for the first one? Here, William Water. Find the maximum and minimum values. If of x is 2x plus. Okay. So least value should be 3. Minimum value is 3, correct? Maximum value it will not exist. Correct? You know how you found minimum value to be 3? Because it's a perfect square. Only when the square becomes a 0, you will have the least value, right? So if this becomes 0, the least value should be 3. And square value, since it is never going to be a 0 value, what will happen is it will never have a maximum value. That's it. But anyway, since we need to use maximum minimum concept, yeah, f of x is equal to 2x minus 1 the whole square plus 3, correct? So what is f dash of x? 2 into 2x minus 1 into 2. 4 into 2x minus 1. This will be equal to 0. Okay, 4 into 2x minus 1. Let's find f double dash of x also. 4 into 2. So f double dash of x is always less than 0. Sorry, it is always greater than 0. So whatever is the value of x that you are going to substitute, it will always generate the least value. So when f double dash of x is greater than 0, what can you say? So you got 4 into 2x minus 1, which implies x is equal to half. So f double dash of half is also greater than 0. So what is the least value is? F of half is 0 plus 3. Is that clear? So there is no maximum value. Right. Any of this? Right. Shall I proceed? Next one. So those who know the concept, please proceed. Do not wait for me. Any doubt you ask. Keep doing that. Don't wait for me. Don't ask. X, you need to substitute the critical point. What is the critical point? When you did a dash of x equal to 0, what are the points you got? The net dash of x substitute the x equal to 0. 0. That is the point of inflation. Second, what is the problem? So first, split this function and write it. Okay. It is minus of x plus 2 minus 1 when x is less than minus 2. How did I get that? See, modulus of any function is negative if the value inside it is negative. X is less than minus 2. Or it is x plus 2 minus 1 when x is greater than minus 2. it is 0 minus 1 and x is equal to minus 2. Correct? Are you able to understand? Now, what you can do for this function is check which side it is decreasing and which side it is increasing. That will give you the answer. So, if I have to write it in a simplified form, so this will be minus x minus 2 minus 1, x plus 2 minus 1, and this is minus 1. So, how much is this? It is minus x minus 3. It is x plus 1 and minus 1. When x is less than minus 2, x is greater than minus 2, and x is equal to minus 2. Is that clear? So when x is less than minus 2, check what is f dash of x. When x is greater than minus 2, check what is f dash of x. Okay. So if the function is decreasing and increasing, then at x is equal to minus 2, you have point of minimum. If you have decreasing and increasing, then at x is equal to minus 2, you have the point of maximum. Try the tokens. That also it is.
So by doing it, we will also differentiate x plus 2 zeros. Like that is 1.
That is 1.
Yeah, into 8.
Yeah. This is the way you generally do. You take mod x plus 2 divided by, so this is f dash of x. Right, mod x plus 2 divided by x plus 2. Then what will happen is f dash of x you will write it like this. Minus of x plus 2 divided by x plus 2 when x is less than minus 2. X plus 2 divided by x plus 2 when x is greater than minus 2. 0 when x is equal to minus 2. But you will not take 0 there. Not take 0. So here you are going to get minus 1. Here you are going to get plus 1. So if you observe the values, f dash of x is negative, negative, positive. So generally, if you look at the curve, this is the graph for mod x, right? So mod x plus 2 minus 1 will get shifted. So if I say, can I rub this part? So if you take this to be the mod x value, y is equal to mod x. Then y is equal to mod of x plus 2 will start from here. So this is the graph for mod of x plus 2. So this mod of x plus 2 will go even more down. I'm sorry. It should be to the left. So mod of x plus 2 will be here. Why did I shift it to the left? Because at minus 2, if I am able to observe, for mod of x plus 2, I get a 0. Right? So this is the graph for mod of x plus 2. So to this mod of x plus 2, you are adding a minus 1. So this will get shifted downward by minus 1. So when it is going to get shifted downward by minus 1, you will get. So that's how the graph will be. So what is happening? Decreasing and then increasing. So what answer? So it contains a minimum value at minus 2. Value will be minus 2. First, when x is less than minus, we get minus 1 differentiate. Derivative of minus x minus 3 minus 1. Derivative of x plus 1 is plus 1. Derivative of minus 1 is 0.
Find the maximum
Sin 2x plus 5. Sin of 2x.
sine of x.
Differentiate. Cos of 2x plus 5 into 2 cos of
2 cos x. Equate this. Cos 2x.
cos of 2x plus 5.
Say that.
5 is outside.
Yes, sir.
Then cos 2x will be equal to x over. And 2x will be, what is the domain that we want? Okay. You're asking the maximum value of b.
Does not have any answer.
It should have maximum value. So f of x is equal to sin 2x plus 5, correct? So f dash of x will be equal to 2 cos 2x, correct? So when you equate this 2 cos 2x to 0, you will write 2x is equal to pi by 2, correct? This is what you wrote. cos 2x is 0 means cos of something is 0 means that something should be equal to pi by 2. Right? But we forget the fact that 3 pi by 2 also is going to give you a 0. Because the reason I asked you for the domain is where are they trying to restrict the values? It will have both maximum and minimum because you need to actually write the general solution. Pi by 2, 3 pi by 2. Again, 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2. It keeps the list is very big. But if you are able to find it within one complete revolution, the same pattern will get repeated for nth revolution. So do it for 1. So if within one revolution, 2x will be equal to pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2. So it should be equal to pi by 4 or 3 pi by 4. Correct? So what is n double dash of x? Minus 4 sine 2x. Okay, this pi by 4 is absolutely clear and see. F double dash of pi by 4 is minus 4 sine pi by 2 is minus 4 only, which is less than 0. F double dash of 3 pi by 4 is how much? It will be plus 4, which is greater than 0. So it has maximum and minimum value. Where does it have? Pi by 4 and so it has maximum value at pi by 2, minimum value at 3 pi by 2. Find out the values. So what is f of pi by 4? 6, no? F of 3 pi by 4? 4. Correct? Guys, are you able to understand? So this is how you do when we follow differentiation. See, I'll just give you some out of box thinking also. Try to understand this. See, sine 2x is less than or equal to something greater than or equal to something. What is the least value of sine x possible? Greatest value 1. So question is sine 2x plus 5. So add 5 on both the sides. What will you get? So add 5 minus 4 less than or equal to sine 2x plus 5 less than or equal to 6. So the least value of sine 2x plus 5 is 4 and the maximum value is, you can do the same problem in one step at the asked you in MCQs. Good enough. Please make a note of it. There is an alternate way. It's only used to check if your answer is right. Do not use it in the CBSE exams. Okay. Guys, those who are online, you understood what I did?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, this chapter, especially this exercise, you may need to practice. Any doubts? All of you?
Exactly. What's problem double seven?
Both. Okay. What about you? What is the question? Modulus of sin 4x plus 3. Sin 3x plus 4. Okay. What's the Because you would have done the sin 4x is less than or equal to 1 greater than or equal to. You added 3 on both the sides. 2 less than or equal to. Is this what you wrote? Once. Okay. And actually, sin 2x more it is possible. These are the values, correct?
How do we call this?
Yeah. How do we? Yeah, you have to differentiate and do it. No doubt. See, depending on problem, okay, if it is a 1 mark problem, we can show those steps only. Okay. If it is a 3 mark or 4 mark problem where 4 marks is not worth, if it is 2 or 3 mark, then you have to show the steps. Okay. So if dash of x is mod of sin of 4x plus 3 divided by into derivative of sin 4x is 4 cos 4x. Okay. Now, what you can do is you equate f dash of x to 0. So, when you equate f dash of x to 0, you get 4 cos 4x is equal to 0, which implies, why did I write 4 cos 4x is equal to 0? Directly. Because sin of 4x plus 3 can never be 0. Except why? Because sin 4x, the least value itself is going to be modulus 0 or lambda, but sin 4x, the least value itself is minus 1. So if minus 1 is added to 3, the least value only stops at 2. So that is why if you take the whole expression to the right, then x will be equal to how much? 4x will be equal to 5 by 2 and 3 pi by 2. So x will be equal to 5 by 8 and 3 pi by 2. Okay. So take these values and substitute here. Sin of 4 into 5 by 8 plus 3. How much is this? You can answer to 10, this will be 4. So mod of sin of 4 into 3 pi by 8 plus 3. So this will cancel 2 times. Sin 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. So 3 minus 1 is going to be 2. So out of these two values, whichever is least likely. So least value is 2 and the maximum value is 4. So here you will not go for the double difference. See, if you understand till now, f of x is equal to, I'm writing, if f of x is equal to mod x, right? If f of x is mod x, then f dash of x is what? You're writing it as mod x by x, right? But actually, if you think of what is mod x, it is plus or minus x divided by x. So mod x is basically plus or minus x, correct? So cancel this and this, answer will be plus or minus 1. So generally, the derivative of any modulus function is plus or minus 1. That is what I'm saying. So here also what we have, it will be plus or minus 1. That multiplied with 4 cos 4x. So that multiplied with 4 cos 4x will be the derivative. So actually, you see what is the derivative of this, right? To make it simple, it is plus or minus 4 cos 4x. Are you guys able to understand this? Now, if you start differentiating this, keeping the plus or minus aside, what will f double dash of x be? What is f double dash of x? So f double dash of x is actually plus or minus 16 cos 16 sin 4x. Actually, plus or minus will become minus or plus accepted because derivative of cos, but it doesn't make any difference. Okay. Now you can check what is f double dash of 5 by 8 by substituting the value here. And you can check out what is the value of f double dash of 3 pi by 8 by substituting the value here. And then you can find out which one will be greater than 0 and which one will be less than 0. If you forget about this, you solve it. That will tell you the answer. Okay. But as I mentioned, these kind of problems they will not ask for more than 1 mark. If that is the case, you can go the previous method which I told you, sin 4x less than or equal greater than or equal to minus 1 and less than or equal to 1. Add 3 on both the sides. That's it. 2 and 4. Okay. So, we'll do one last problem. So, what question are you trying? That's the question.
That's the person.
You would have got cos x minus sin x is equal to tan x is equal to 1. The domain is given. X is how much? Then it should be 5x.
So the value of the function would become. So how do we find whether it's
Find f double dash of x. Find f double dash of x. That will be minus sin x plus cos x. Sorry, minus sin x minus cos x. Okay. So you get negative value. So negative value means greater than the maximum, right? So f double dash of x is less than 0. But x is something. You get maximum value.
how do you say that?
Which one? X is equal, this is positive, this is positive, negative. You can try the remaining problems. Try to solve them in the next class. Those are wrong and any doubts, guys. Did you want to try solving them?
No, sir.
No doubts? No doubts,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Then we'll wind up.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.